What's up, everyone? Jared Wright here, outside of the JCPS Hoose Building, where 100 or more individuals just gathered to reject support for SB 150 and to hopefully get some gender-affirming policy passed here within the school system. Kentucky Health Justice Network was here, Health Surge, Louisville Youth Group, Fairness Campaign, and a number of other organizations threw their hat in the ring to support this rally and that gender-affirming care.
Some amazing speakers today. I'm with L Surge and Surge National, and I'm going to start kicking this off with Sarah, who is also with L Surge. So make some noise for Sarah, who's a teacher in the school.
Welcome everybody. We're so glad that you're here. We with L Surge have been so excited for today, because we know in the face of attempts to divide us, we must show love. And as the late, great Kentuckian Bell Hooks said, love is an action. Love is an act of will. And here we all are. This event has 20 co-sponsors because we are choosing to come together as beloved community and to show love for our trans youth. And we're committed to standing together to protect them. These attempts, this is a joyful event, right guys? These attempts to divide us, to turn us against one another, these are attacks on public education. These are attacks on unions. These are attacks on teachers and students. And as a teacher in JCPS, I can promise you that there are trans students in every school, if not every classroom. And SB 150 tells me to bully my students, to deny them dignity, and to deny them the right to be who they are on their own terms. And so we will not comply. Thank
you. United we can, divided we fall. We will not comply. United we can, divided we fall. We will not comply. United we can, divided we fall. We will not comply. All right, y'all. I'm going to list off our co-sponsors. Make some noise for them. Fairness Campaign. Louisville Youth Group. Yes. Kentucky Health Justice Network. Women Who Win. The 490 Project. Black. Red Caucus. Vocal Kentucky. Just the Pill. There's a lot of them, y'all. We gotta keep going. Okay. Kentucky Alliance. Kentuckians for the Commonwealth Jefferson County. Hope to the Holler. La Casita. All of Us or None. PSA. Socialist Queer Workers and Youth Defense. Chalk It Up. And Planned Parenthood. All right, y'all. We're going to hear from Aaron from Kentucky Health Justice Network. So come on up, Aaron.
What's going on, everybody? I'm sorry, y'all fell asleep just that quick. What's going on, everybody? My name is Aaron Smith, and I am the Executive Director of the Kentucky Health Justice Network. We are proud and happy to be here as well as one of the sponsors and co-signers of this event, because we will not sit here and tolerate hate against anybody within the state of Kentucky. If you don't know who we are, what we do, we are an abortion support, reproductive justice, and trans health advocacy program here in Kentucky. That means that if you are a trans person and you are looking for gender-affirming care, assistance, resources, anything that you need assistance with, you can contact us and we are available for you. And just because this piece of legislation passed does not mean we are going to stop what we are doing. As a matter of fact, we are going to work harder to make sure that you continue to get these services here within the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Once again, we are with the Kentucky Health Justice Network. If you need us, we are available. and we will fight with you. We are standing with you, and we support you because you all support and love us. Thank you.
When trans healthcare is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When healthcare for all is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
All right, y'all. We get to a special treat here. We're going to hear from Attica Scott. Who knows Attica Scott? Attica's the Director of Special Projects at Forward Justice Action Network. Make some noise for Forward Justice Action Network. And you all have seen she's been someone who's resisted inside as a representative, voting against harmful legislation at the local and state level. And she's also been a true voice pushing back against this stuff from the streets as an activist and an organizer. So make some noise for Attica Scott.
Thank you. I am former State Representative Attica Scott, and my pronouns are she, her, and I'm here to show some love for trans youth. So I got a message for the folks inside. Superintendent Polio, we demand that you refuse to comply with SB 150. JCPS Board of Directors, we demand that you refuse to comply with SB 150. And we, the people, will not comply with any attempts to block teachers from using a student's preferred pronouns. Respect our kids' existence or expect our community's resistance. We, the people, will not comply with requiring JCPS to form bathroom policies based on biological sex. Just let kids use the toilet. We, the people, will not comply with limits on discussions about LGBTQ lives in sex ed classes. This is outright bullying from a state legislature that could care less about any of us out here right now. So we need JCPS to stand up to the bullies in Frankfurt and to say unequivocally, which is a word I learned as a JCPS student a long time ago, that they will not comply with this hateful legislation. And I will say this, I did it for 4 years as the only black woman. What are y'all afraid of? I'm clear that Dr. Polio and the Board of Education have a chance to be on the right side of history by affirming trans lives and rejecting Senate Bill 150. We will not comply! We will not comply!
We will not comply!
We will not comply!
We will not comply!
Yes, make some noise, make some noise. All right, y'all. We're going to hear from some youth today. Y'all excited about that? We're going to hear from Janelle Pittman, junior at Brown, and Addison Moore, sophomore at Male. So come on up.
Hi, I'm Janelle. I use she, he pronouns. I'm a junior at Brown. Hi, I'm Addison. I go by any and all pronouns used with love and respect, and I'm a sophomore at Male. We're here a part of Teen Council. It's a program through Planned Parenthood. We learn about sex education so we can educate our peers. Peer education is so important because teens are going to ask teens these questions, and being able to supply accurate information to teens is so important. And we have some flyers. We're taking applications if you're interested. We take sophomores through seniors. So thank you. This law will make sex education even more inaccessible than it already is. Sex education is important because it teaches you about your body, having healthy relationships, and how to be safe, now and in the future. Being a peer educator has only made me realize how many people are uneducated about these topics. I know people who even believe in the pull-out method in preventing pregnancy. I remember when I was in middle school and people were getting their butts slapped because people who had lack of education thought it was okay and knew no different. Me and some other queer kids at my school are already mocked and called slurs. My school already doesn't protect us, so I wonder, how much worse is this going to get with this law? Sex education teaches young people how to be safe and healthy. Learning about gender gender and diversity helps people to be more inclusive and less judgmental. This law is dangerous and detrimental to students like me and my community. We will not comply.
This law is erasing trans youth and making school unsafe. We're people, we have our own independent development, we have our own independent experiences, and we deserve to have that environment to explore ourselves without the scrutiny of our parents. Yes. My ability to explore my identity and become confident myself before I told my parents was so crucial, and it's such a privilege to get to see so many students in my school have that same experience and watching these queer students blossom. And as this bill works to strip away that safe space, I wonder, where do they get the opportunity to be themselves? Where are their safe spaces? Who is this bill benefiting? I don't feel safe at all. I'm scared for myself and I'm scared for my friends. This bill's done nothing but steal a safe space from our students, and I refuse to tolerate it. Thank you.
When trans youth are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When trans youth are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
That's right, beautiful. Thank you. Make some noise again. Okay, again, how many people know about mayonnaise? Drag performer? How many people like to watch drag? How many like drag performers? How many think drag is a beautiful art form? How many think drag should happen every day, everywhere? Alright, well, you're lucky because we got a performance coming up right now. So come on up. Mayonnaise, make some noise.
Hello, I'm Mayonnaise. My pronouns are she, her. I'm here today to show love for trans youth. Are you? Senate Bill 150 is an abomination. It is so simple. It's so simple. Affirming trans youth is the neighborly thing to do. What would Mr. Rogers say? If you don't know, you know what? Guess what? I'm gonna tell you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Pretty please. Please, won't you be my neighbor? Now it is very simple. Affirming trans, gender expansive, and gender non-conforming youth is the simplest, most effective way to care for queer youth. Don't we all here today just want to be affirmed? Yes. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling. The feeling you know that we'll be here when the day is new, and we will stand and fight with you. You have things you'll want to talk about. We will too. For the trans kiddos, you always make each day such a special day. Do you know why? By just your being you. There is no one in the whole world exactly like you, and that is what makes you special. And people can like you exactly as you are. And if they say they can't, we got your back. Love you.
Yes, keep it going, keep it going. Yes, yes. Okay, didn't that make you want to dance a little bit? Yeah. So we're going to play a little music. Get ready, go ahead. Go ahead, yes. You just got to move, okay? They're not going to with us. They're not going to make us go away. They're not going to take away the beauty joy.
I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! Get up off of that thing! Dance to you better! Get up off of that thing! And dance to sing now! Get up off of that thing! And dance to you better! Get up off of that thing! Try to release that pressure! Get up off of that thing! And shake the you better! Get up off of that thing!
A little bit lower, a little bit lower.
Say it now! Get up off of that thing! And shake the you better! Get up off of that thing! And try to release that pressure! Get up off! Good God!
Make some noise for DJ Taryn. Yeah, make some noise for yourselves. Okay, next we're going to hear from M from LYG. Give it up for M.
Y'all, I just want to keep on dancing. Because creativity is an act of resistance. Creativity is resistance against conformity. And the thing I love about being queer is that I don't conform. We are so much bigger and brighter and creative and amazing, and we have so much more potential than anybody who's trying to restrict us and limit us. My name is M. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm the program director for Louisville Youth Group. Thank you. I need that boost right now. We've been going through it as an organization. We've got a really small staff, and between trying to do the everyday work that we do and dealing with this BS, it's really hard to censor myself. I have quite the mouth. All right. I was a preschool teacher at one time, so I can use alternative not slurs, but alternative curse words, if you will. Holy soup. Here we go.
Oh, well done.
All right, fork it. When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes necessary. I didn't create that quote. It's a long one. Some old white dude a long time ago said it, but I think it's apropos still today. Louisville Youth Group was founded in 1990, and so the same soup that we're dealing with today is the same soup that we've been dealing with for decades, for generations. LYG has been around providing safe space and brave space for LGBTQIA+ two-spirit youth for a long-ass time. And we're not going anywhere. Luckily, these bills don't necessarily affect our organization. And if anything, it's making us stronger. It's making us branch out more. It's making us connect more. It's making us build our community and support our community even harder. And we need you to join us in that fight. So if you have the time to give back to trans youth and queer youth, I want you to come and volunteer with me at LYG. All right. We have a lot of kids. We have a lot of kids who come to our programs and groups, and they are so tired and they're so afraid, and they are struggling. COVID, I like to say we're all cicadas after COVID, coming up out of the ground screaming. Some of us are trying to find mates. Yes, I'm available. All right. Sorry. Distracted. Okay. We're all cicadas coming up out of the ground and screaming. And we're trying to find our people, but it's a scary, scary place, and it's getting even scarier. But I am hopeful, seeing you all here today, that we have community, that we can build an even bigger and stronger community, and then we can fight back. I hope to see you all inside as we give testimony to the school board, as we urge them not to comply. Right? There's so much more I could say about these bills. They are terrible. They are hurtful. There's absolutely no sense in them. I can speak on this as a former educator. I can speak on this as a former sexual health educator. I can speak on this as somebody who worked with domestic violence and sexual assault victims of all ages. That this bill does nothing to protect us. Only we will protect us. Only we will protect us. And so we gotta spread that gospel. we got to reach out to one another. We got to build community. We got to cross those division lines that have been imposed upon us, that are separating us. Put down the social media, put down the internet, and reach out to one another. I want you all to turn to a neighbor right now. And I want you to introduce yourself with your name and your pronouns. And I want you to meet somebody here today. Because this is how we build community. This is how we win this fight. Thank you.
That's right. Hug it out, you know, shake it, shake your hands out. Build community. Get to know someone new. I just want to highlight there's some water in the back. Shout out to Rebecca and Aiden, our medics back there, and David's back there. Appreciate y'all. So grab some water. There's some snacks back there if you need it. There's also some little flyers going around for next steps for how to stay involved. There's going to be some school board meetings coming up that we'll need people back at. Make some noise if you're going to be testifying tonight, giving public comment, or for the people who are going to. Let's do that. Yes. So we got a few more speakers coming up, so we're going to make some noise for justice. I love seeing justice out canvassing at social justice events, and I always just love talking to justice. So.
Yeah, justice! Hi, my name is Justice Chanel. My pronouns are they, them. I am in the 3rd grade at Goldsmith Elementary School. Today I would like to talk to you about trans rights. I think that everyone should have a choice on what they want, not just the legislators. I want my teachers to respect my pronouns and let me be who I really am. At my school, we have a no bullying rule. House Bill 150 is bullying by the state. It will only lead to more bullying of queer and trans students. JCPS needs to stand up to the bullies in Frankfurt and say they will not comply with this hateful rule. Can we all chant, protect trans students, protect trans students, protect trans students. Thank you all for your time.
Yes, justice. Protect trans students, protect trans students, protect trans students, protect trans students. All right. So we get to hear from someone who's doing some work with Kentucky People's Union in Eastern Kentucky. So we're going to hear from Selena coming up. Selena, where are you at? Yes.
Hi, my name is Selena and I'm a member and organizer with the Kentucky People's Union. We're an organization based in Ashland, Kentucky. And we envision a world where everyone has what they need to live a dignified life. So I just want to let you all know that tonight, members of Kentucky People's Union and of Ashland Pride, including trans youth and their fans and family, are showing up to the Boyd County School Board meeting to also affirm trans youth and to let the school board know that we will not be backing down and we will not comply with SB 150 without a fight. Trans people are everywhere, including Eastern Kentucky. That's right. Yeah. What else is in Eastern Kentucky? People who need housing, people who need health care, people who need good jobs. And Republicans in the Kentucky State House know this. Across Kentucky, they are targeting trans people, they are targeting black and brown people and women because they want us pointing fingers at each other instead of standing together and demanding what we need. We will not comply, we will not back down, we will not stop fighting for what we deserve. It's time for us to come together across Kentucky, across our differences, in solidarity, to demand improvements in our lives that we all so dearly need. United we can, divided we fall.
United we can, divided we fall, we will not comply. United we can, divided we fall, we will not comply. United we can, divided we fall, we will not comply. All right, y'all. Yes. We get to hear from Layla Martinez, a parent of 3 trans youth. Come on up, Layla. Where you at? All right, we'll look for it. We'll look for Layla, and while we're looking for Layla, y'all know Chris Hartman? Chris Hartman's an amazing speaker. Chris Hartman's going to be our last speaker because he's so powerful. He does work with fairness that's so powerful across the state. And here we go. Come on over. Chris Hartman.
Give it up for Z! Man, Z is such a powerful organizer. And Louisville showing up for racial justice is such a powerful organizing organization. Friends, I'm going to ask you a question. I want the answer to be trans rights. What do you want? Trans rights. When do you want them? Now. What do you want? Trans rights. When do you want them? Now. What do you want? Trans rights. When are you going to get them? Now. Friends, I keep saying that this year's General Assembly is going to be like an old sports injury that I'm going to drag along behind me for the rest of my days. In my 15 legislative sessions in Frankfurt, it's never been worse. It's never been worse or more hateful to attack our smallest and most vulnerable population is downright shameful. And I've got 2 words for all Kentucky state lawmakers who made Senate Bill 150 happen. And I want them to be crystal clear. Kelly Craft! If you dig into an anti-trans rhetoric, Kentucky voters will not have it. And specifically, not even Republican primary Kentucky voters will have it. There's no excuse for what the Kentucky General Assembly has done to use trans kids as pawns in their political game for the cheapest, dirtiest, and most shameful political points. And what have they done? They've awakened the beast. They have reawakened and reignited our community like never before. Look at you all. Thousands of Kentuckians came to the Capitol this year. Thousands of transgender Kentuckians who stood up and fought back like never before. Your voices were loud, they were clear, they resounded through the halls of Frankfurt with a ferocity the likes of which I have never in my 15 legislative sessions ever seen before. And that is because trans kids deserve protection. We must protect trans kids. 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 Just know that I love you all more than I can possibly express. I spent 14 legislative sessions being awfully nice to the Kentucky General Assembly. And we had great success for a long time. And folks this session started saying to me, "Why are you yelling at them all the time?" And I said, it's because I'm no longer speaking to them. Period. That I'm screaming and crying and yelling for every transgender child in Kentucky who does not deserve to see this hate come out of the halls of justice in the United States of America or in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And we are going to fight like hell to protect trans kids.
Protect trans kids. Protect trans kids. Protect trans kids. Protect trans kids. And you know how we're going to do it? We're going to go inside and tell the school board that that's what we want them to do. So you can go inside, you can't bring those big signs, you can bring these signs. So Peggy's going to be over by the door. If you're going to go inside, you can take one of these signs. People are going to be testifying from 8 to 9. But if you want to go inside, make your presence known, show up, show who we are. And if you can stay until 9, that's great. Support the people who are going to testify. Otherwise, make sure you get a flyer for next steps for how to stay involved. United we can, divided we fall, we will not comply. United we can, divided we fall, we will not comply. United we can, divided we fall, we will not comply. United we can, divided we fall, we will not comply. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you for tuning in. Signing off, Jared Riot. Everybody stay strong, stay safe.